Alright. What's good? What's good, everyone? Hello to all the early birds. What's happening? Big game. Very much looking forward to this one. I've kind of had to set things up a little bit quickly because I thought the game was at 5:30, not 5 o'clock, but we move. Everything should be working. If anyone that's in chat can give me an audio check, it's not displaying viewer counts or anything, so I don't even know if anyone's in here. I should probably just go into YouTube and play back my audio to make sure that everything's fine. But how's everyone doing? If anyone is in here. Just get everything up and ready to go, because this is a pretty intriguing match. Definitely, it's one that's got a lot to it. Obviously, Haaland and Odegaard, Melling, they've got a few fair fucking good players that can do a lot of damage to us, but oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I mean, the national team games never really do as well as the Celtic ones do, but we move. Just noticed I lost a subscriber as well, fuck's sake. We move. Should probably post that in the Discord that I'm live. Just bear with me while this all freezes and crashes and all that good jazz. There we go. Done and dusted. Right, it's live in the Discord, not a good shit, so. This one's going to be interesting, very much interesting. We're not going to fuck around with it too much though. I'll run you through the lineups for the few that are in here, but I'm not really sure what to make of the lineups, to be fully honest with you, because I'm not really sure about McGinn playing out on right wing, and I mean, that's the only thing that I'm looking at and going, why? I mean, isn't he a midfielder by normal trait, although I'm presuming he's going to drop in and Christie and Dykes are going to be more of a front two than, you know, like a forward three with McGinn off the right. I think he'd drop in to be more like a cam, if that makes sense, and then Christie and Dykes will kind of stand out forward and play that way. It's been a while since I've done a live stream, so 2 weeks now, 2-week break since the end of the season, so aye, then Johnny's to see you, man. What are you thinking for the next game, man? What do you think it's going to end with? It's definitely up for debate, because Norway, like I said, they're a good side. I mean, I should probably run through the lineups. The kick-off's in like 8 minutes if you're curious or you're just, you know, wanting to sync up time. But they've got obviously Nyland, Ryerson, Strandberg, Ostergaard and Melling. That's a very good back line. I can't really speak for Ryerson because I haven't seen too much of the boy, but I can speak for Ostergaard and Melling. They're two really good players. Obviously, Bergen, Arsenal's captain, Odegaard, you're not really going to get a more convincing midfield because they've got experience, obviously, in Bergen. I mean, was it Arsenal? I don't honestly know who that one is, I'll be real, but Solbakken and Haaland and Sorloth, that front three is probably much better than others, mainly just because of the centre, man. Like, Sorloth is good, but the thing is, they've lost, I mean, it was showing the stats there, they'd won 4 of their previous 16 qualifiers, because Haaland's missed a few matches as well. Obviously, the first 2 of these qualifiers, he was out injured, so obviously they've picked up a point. Solbakken's a solid forward option, he can do what he needs to do, but other lineups, pretty, I mean, hit and miss, honestly. I mean, Angus Gunn starts in there, I just need to hope he plays well, because he was, you know what I mean, like, he's not exactly the goalkeeper I would choose, but I think he's probably as good as we're going to get for now. But I like the back line. Hendry's been fantastic. Porteous was brilliant against Spain. And Kieran Tierney, can't fault him full stop, you know what I mean? He's just goated. The midfield I like, honestly, although, like I said, it's probably going to be a midfield 3 with a, you know, full-backs dropping back when we're defending to be like a 5 at the back, but Robertson and Hickey on the wings, I like that. Makes sense. McGregor and Tomine, 2 very coveted midfielders that do different things. McGregor can get the ball in behind quickly, and McTominay's got a really good, like, intuition. He's more or less like a striker at times, so I think he'll play just slightly further forward than McGregor. And like I said, I think McGinn will drop in to be more like a cam, and then Dykes and Christie will be like a front 2, especially when we're playing more defensive anyway. But, I mean, it's a toss-up. It's a very, very big toss-up because, like I said, there's the table. Norway realistically need to win to make sure that their group's still somewhat, you know, manageable, I guess would be the term. But if Scotland win the night, we basically put ourselves in beautiful stead to guarantee ourselves second, basically with, not even half of the games played, or at least put ourselves in a good enough position to, make a punch of it anyway. But they are walking out, so national anthems and stuff. I love that white cat is balling though. But it's going to be a very interesting one. Every time I see your name, I have to actually take a second to be like, how you doing, man? Nice to see you, mate. In terms of predictions, though, it's honestly a toss-up because Norway will either pop off with Haaland or I'm basing it off of, you're only as good as your last performance, and the way I'm looking at it, we were fucking amazing against Spain. So, honestly, I think I'm in the same boat as you, man. I think it's either going to be like a 2-1 Scotland or 2-1 Norway. I don't see it being like a runaway tie for either team. Absolutely fucking no chance. Oh, let's go. National anthem time, boys. National anthem time. Beautiful. Let it roar. I love how you can still... They'll probably be the way fans are going to be fucking louder than the Norway ones. Let's go. I very much like that lineup. Dykes has gone full baldy, man. He looks like he should be in Berlin, let's be fucking real, but we move. There's our captain, Robertson. No, they don't look off, dude, look at that. That's them making an away day, man. You have to admit that's fucking clean. Haaland, please sign for Darvel FC. To be fair, they beat Aberdeen without Haaland. I'm pretty sure they're fine. This is going to be an interesting one, definitely. I mean, it's a packed out crowd. Obviously, Norway need to win this. There is no alternative. They have to win. I'm going to draw this before I start, but to the... Has the update fucking thing kicked in yet? Oh, well, there's 5 or so in here right now, so hello. How are you all doing? Kick-off's in like 3 minutes, so I'll do my best to keep it as entertaining as possible for you. Well, obviously doing my main thing, but if you are new here, please subscribe. I've done a lot of work over the last like 2 weeks. I've put up 3 videos and I've somehow lost subscribers from it, which is disheartening, I guess would be the way to put it. I don't actually care too much, but if we make a dent to get that back to 640 this stream, that'd be fucking peak. There's Norway's anthem. Honestly, don't know any of the words to the Norwegian. I don't even know any Norwegian full stop, to be honest with you, so just let them sing their shit. Just make sure this is all good. Yep. There we go, everything should be fine. I'll be on the way in like 2 minutes, boys. 2 minutes. I'll give you one last rundown of the lineups if anyone that's just came in wants to take a gander. They're playing with a good old-fashioned 4-3-3. You can imagine the type of football that they're going to play against us, but we're set up to basically counter-attack. But again, that lineup looks off-putting on Google, but I can assure you McGinn's dropped him in to be like a cam. Think of that more like a diamond, and then have Dykes further up the field. So Christie will kind of drop in as like a second striker option, I'd imagine. Because obviously Robertson and Hickey, when they're attacking, they'll be on the wings to try and cause as much damage as possible. So it's all about the midfield battle. Because if Berg and Odegaard and again, Arsenis, I'm presuming that's his name. My bad if it's not, but if those 3 can take out that 4, Norway's got this game. But realistically, I just want to see some good football. You know what I mean? I don't want to see a panicky performance. I want to see us do what we did against Spain and actually just play with, a bit of bite test. It'd be nice to see. But I think it's going to be a 2-1 swing for either side, realistically, because, I mean, like I said, Norway will have a point to prove because they'll need to keep their fucking qualification hopes on track. And if Scotland win, then we're putting ourselves in the best possible position to run away with it. Because, like I said, our next game's against Georgia, and if we beat them 12 points for the first 4 games, you're basically, setting yourself up brilliantly for the second half of that, because you'd only need 1 or 2 wins to basically guarantee at least second in the group, which is all you need to qualify this time round, which is why I'm so please don't do a Scotland and make this way more difficult than it needs to be. But you've got Arsenal's captain and one of Liverpool's main men. It's the thing about it, man. You look at Norway and Scotland, you wouldn't think they have too many great players, but fact of the matter is, man, we've got some ballers. Just giving us a refresh because we're getting ready to kick off relatively soon. Don't want to miss anything. Oh yeah, no, they've got me a midfield four. According to this lineup, McGinn's out on the left, Christie's out on the right, McGregor and McTominay are pressed in the midfield, and then Dykes is an out-and-out solo striker, so I'm honestly not sure, but I have faith in Clockett, I have faith in him. Google, do you mind? Because we are literally... I'll update in his own time, I suppose. There's a lot to play for in this one, man. There is a lot to play for in this one. I'm just looking forward to a pretty alright affair. Our main obvious threat is marking Haaland out the game. We keep him quiet, things get a little bit easier for us, or at least I fucking hope it does, but... It's up for play, man. It's up for play. Although I will say, if there's a wee dark horse that you want to look for, so back, and trust me, that wee dude's quick. But wait, yeah, now we're officially on the way, so hit that fucking refresh button because we should be good now. Google. There we go, it's working. So let's see what happens here. From the back straight away, Ostergaard's going to punt it straight forward, looking towards Odegaard on the right, and a couple of upward bounces, and it should be gathered quite easily for Robertson, yep. Norway seem to be playing with that intent to threat straight out the gate, but... I just realised the problem with this. Give me a second, I'll fix that now. Just so you can see the minutes. Because I realised that was a thing that was happening there. There we go. Things should be good. Oh shit, well there's a quick break forward for us there, but it's cut out quite quickly by Norway and ill shape to go again. Ryerson across the back line. I mean, they do have players on the bench that can cause just as much, if not more, damage anyway as well, if you think about it, because they've got players like Berge on the bench. El Younousi as well, ex-Celtic player. But they're looking to just kind of, I think they're obviously stopping our press as often as possible. They're going to slow it down a lot. And then, like I said, they'll try and ping it into that midfield. That's where a lot of the battle's going to be, although there's a really good ball over the top, and Norway are in behind quickly here. Angus Gunn's going to come and claim it, thank God. Could have been a little bit more dodgy than first thought, but we stave it off, all good. Gunn's probably just going to hook this, or at least play out towards one of the people at the back line, I'd imagine, or at least fucking hope. Punted forward by Gunn. Towards Dykes, although it's going to be cleared away. Back towards Hendry, and after a pretty awkward first touch, does well to get a really good pass away, and Robertson's going to send it forward. Straight back into the defence in Norway again. Played out from the back and a few awkward touches, and I tell you what, Scotland's done well to win that back, and we could be in behind here quickly. It's an awkward ball across, although I think it might have ran out of play. Although, yeah, Norway's pulled it back for a goal kick. What happened to the Celtic manager situation? As it stands right now, Rodgers is still majority favourite. More people are saying that it's him as the days go by, although I still stand by going backwards isn't how you make progress. There's a good ball across the back line. I mean, that video popped off in comparison to the other ones as well. That's what I will say. If you're new here, you can check out those videos and give them some support and stuff. But played across. Ryerson's got it again. I have a feeling Norway's going to be doing a lot of this, just trying to like hold it across the back line and then ping it up. Because their midfield aren't dropped in with them, they're pressed way further up than they need to be. Respectable ball across, it should be dealt with, although Norway are just going to comfortably gather and go again. Looking towards Berg in that midfield, although it's a good steal for Robertson, and there's a quick counter on, and Robertson's continued that run. He'll put some pressure on the centre back, and it's cleared away. Nice, and just about deals with it, and it should be gathered up. Yep. Norway immediately start to break down the left hand side themselves. Both sides set up in similar ways, just defensively minded, but as soon as they see a loose ball in midfield, pounce on it and go. Wait, have we signed someone? I don't know about it. Give me a second and I'll check. I've been doing all of the stream shit for this, so if anything's came out in the last few hours, I've probably missed it. Norway's going to come forward up the right hand side though. Sorloth stops to go back towards Ryerson. Oh, that wasn't Ryerson, sorry, that was Ostergaard. Just quickly see. Playing a very simple back line now. They're just kind of got their two centre backs sitting and their full backs are punched up the wings doing what they can. I mean, I don't see any announcements, so I think we should be good on that front. I mean, Norway are getting penciled out though. One thing I will say is that they are getting into the final third more often than us in the opening, 5 minutes or so, but it's usually on Scotland's terms. Like, we're inviting the pressure in and then just... Right, I haven't seen any announcements for it yet. That's a good ball out wide. Norway's going to try and take it up the left-hand side, though. Goes in straight back towards the centre-backs. Yeah, they're very much looking for that midfield space. Because they realistically know Robertson's going to cover that wing, and I mean, Hickey's more than comfortable on the right so far. They haven't really gone up the right-hand side too much. Oh, that's a loose ball towards the back, and I mean, in fairness, McGinn puts a chase on, but it's not really going to do much, and it's straight forward towards, I think, Soloff or Ryerson. After a little spin battle between the two of them, it's a really good win for us, actually. It's a goal kick. Decent, we'll take it. We will absolutely take that. Could have obviously been a lot worse for us if we didn't manage to stifle that out, but Robertson did fucking excellently, in fairness to him, to get that in behind. Gunn's going to punt it though. Just try to find any options that he can. It's a little awkward first, I'll be real, but should be gathered. Eventually is, and oh god, even worse there. Just punted forward. Norway eventually just bundle out wide, and it's another throw into us inside our own half. Good effort, can't fault it. Porteous has the right idea, just push them up the park. If we're going to defend, we might as well defend with a reason. A few upward bobbles around. Porteous nearly gets caught out there by Haaland, but does well to kind of shimmy it towards Hendry, and turn goes up towards the right hand side, and there could be something on here. Good feet from McGinn, goes down. It should be a foul, but it was after a couple of seconds of the referee taking a gander at it to make sure that it was a legitimate one. I wouldn't say we've been too poor out the gate, to be honest. I mean, this is to be expected. Norway are the home side and they need to win. Like I said, Scotland, if we get a point for the day, it's realistically not bad at all, because Norway and Spain are our biggest threats, and if we take 3 points off of Spain already and we take a away point from Norway, then it tees us up beautifully for the second half. But a win here basically kills Norway's chances, because they would have to basically go against Spain. That's an awkward ball in towards the midfield, although they've been hassled out quite quickly there. Berg had the right idea, but was about 4 or 5 bodies in white to cover him there. Like, he's got it basically in the halfway line for a throw. Just trying to find an opening. He has the right idea, it's not working as intended. Hickey, go for it, mate. You have about 15 months of time to go for that. And just throws it to the first shot in red that he sees, although it's good hold-up play for McTominay. Dykes heads it down. Good steal, goes over. Referee says no free kick, and fair enough. I mean, he won the ball, cleared away. And towards midfield, Haaland heads it straight back into towards the middle, and Arsenis gets it forward. Just a little dink, and there could be something on here. Soloff up the right hand side, or is that Odegaard? I'm not too sure. It's up towards Ryerson on the right hand side, though. They can do something with it. Robertson's just kind of holding his ground now, just bobbles across the front, but no one's willing to chase. I think he eventually gets out to put pressure on, and Christie's already there to kind of force the 50. Yeah, Norway's trying to claim a corner, but I think it came off his chest on the deflection. Yeah, we scored low to Scott. Well, I mean, in goal difference, that would do us wonders. I mean, I don't think we've actually conceded yet, so that's something. Also, McTominay's the second top goal scorer, so get him a hat-trick and we're laughing. It's a drop ball for Melling. I was a little bit confused by that, but they're going to swing the cross in. It's up and high, and it should just go straight over, and does. Thank God for that. Any complicated shit we can solve ourselves is... I mean, Norway are making a fair amount of noise, to be fair to them, man. It's always... This is the thing about national breaks, is like, it's... You know, hangy, but see when it's the end of the season and there's no football to watch or care for, then you're like, yes, these games do. Punted forward, and it should be gathered. Very much easily is, and straight back into towards. There's Odegaard. Sorloth. There's someone though. It's a loose touch from Berg, and the chase is immediately put onto him, but gathered quite cleanly. McGregor's just trying to hold his ground in that midfield. Another long ball forward from Norway. You can see their intent is to get their 3 in behind as quick as possible, so they're not really going for the midfield battle like I thought they would have, which is a bit surprising, but again, I'm not going to complain about it. How you doing, James, man? Nice to see you. You've been supporting a lot of the videos I've been making recently, man. Thank you very much. Hope your day's been fucking class as well, man. Oh, okay, that's a really good ball out for the back if McTominay can hold out, and almost does. Wait, where the fuck's my wall? So, just kind of played over to Ryerson. Should just switch that to Ostergaard, I'd imagine. I mean, Dykes isn't really playing the high press at all. He's basically just sitting in with the rest of them. There's that ball into midfield, immediately played back though as soon as the pressure was put on by London. I think he's been specifically told to just mark either Berg or Arneson out the game, but it's just punted clear by Angus Gunn on the long ball. Fair enough. I mean, I would have liked to have seen a bit more angle on it the other direction, but not too bad. So Larkin's going to... Well, yeah, I thought he was going to take the quick throw in, opts not to. Melling on the left though. That's his decision. Good intent, presses it towards the midfield again, although Scotland have held their shape brilliantly. You can literally see the formation that they're playing. That's when you know a team's cohesive, but they have to be a little bit more careful, because again, those overlapping balls down the wings are doing a lot of damage, and there's another good one. This time it does get forward towards the big man himself, Erland. Towards Solbakken, back to Melling. That's a little bit awkward for us, but we do reset our shape quite comfortably. Again, puts a little bit of hassled pressure on Odegaard, but should be easily dealt with, and is. Rolled across to Ostergaard, and he should be able to pick a time and come forward out wide, and there it is, Melling. The hold-up play's been really good for Norway, in fairness. They're just picking their passes and more often than not finding the open space. There's a good ball out wide, Solbakken. Good touch inside, ball across, and it's headed straight towards the goalkeeper, but it's the first major chance for Norway. Should have been 1-0. Should have been 1-0. Oof. Really good play out from the left-hand side again. Norway's exposing that. It's a lovely ball across, and no one... I can't really understand why Hendry's just kind of stood off his man there, but it's a great header. I think that was Berg that came in behind. Or maybe it was Arneson, I'm not sure, but it was a good, really good downwards header, but thankfully Angus Gunn doesn't just catch it, but he falls onto it just to protect it from spilling out again, and we can move. But fair play to Norway. That was a really good counter attack. I think it was Soloff that actually got the header, my bad. Somehow we've already given the ball away. That's interesting. Okay. Well, now we have the ball back. I feel like this is a bit of a different game than what we were thinking. That's another great ball across. If it was the road runner anyway, would have done much better there, but doesn't quite work out for him, thankfully. Boreas will just kind of warm it up and throw it as far forward as humanly possible, I'd imagine. Just get out our defence and try and build on some type of momentum. There is the long ball, headed on pretty well, and to be fair, Lyndon Dykes does quite okay to calm it down. It takes a few deflections and it should be a Scotland throw-in. Just a couple of warning talks for the referee there towards him. I think it was just a little bit of a nip at the back there. Ball out to the left, Robertson plays it back to Tierney. I'd like to see him get involved a wee bit more, Kieran Tierney, man. He's been kind of locked in at centre back because we're not playing free-flowing football. We need Dykes to just stay a bit higher up so there's space in that midfield for the full-backs to run into. Robertson's raging, screaming over to them, look, get it focused, get it under control. It's going to be a throw in for Norway. I mean, I definitely don't disagree with you. It's been a very, I wouldn't say end to end, because Norway have definitely been the better team, but Scotland are showing their defensive capabilities just as well. I mean, all of the balls in behind, and there's only been the one really good chance that Norway have made. But in response to that, we need to make chances of our own if we're going to, think about being the comfortable first or, awkward second place. It doesn't matter, because as long as we get a point, we get a point. But Norway have had 70% of the ball. It's out wide here. Odegaard's going to hold it up. Just on the outside, he should have rolled that to Melling, and eventually does do so. And again, it's that space up the left-hand side, man. Hendry's been dragged out way more often than he should be, and Norway are picking clean 1-2s, although it's eventually stole away. And here's Big John McGinn. Holds up 1. Holds up 2. Gets decked. Should be a foul. Referee says no. Referee says no. There was like 3 fouls there, but referee says no. Got it. Fair enough. Cool. Back out towards Ryerson. Odegaard. Again, just delayed the switch a little bit to throw Dykes off guard, and eventually they can reset their shape down that left-hand side. Here's Arneson. Back into that midfield defence kind of area. There's a good ball up, Ryerson again. I do not like how often I'm saying the fucking full-backs. They are pincered up, man. This is like watching Celtic v St Mirren right now. Good intent there, Mellon. I mean, Christie's doing all he really can to press the guy, but anytime he gets close to him, the ball's just immediately pinged back out to the other side, so there's pressure on him. Dykes tries and does nearly actually force a slight error, but eventually it's just passed back to Ostergaard to go again. So back in. Dodgy header away from McGinn in fairness, but again we just need to hold our shape. Taylor should have started it. I mean, it really depends on what we need Taylor to do. You know what I mean? Like, if Robertson's really tired at the end of the second half and, it's like an awkward 0-0 and we just need energy at the back, then, yeah, bring him on. But you can't take off your captain. You know what I mean? Robertson's the captain for a reason. He's a solid player. We just need to see a bit more bite for the midfield forwards now. And there's a really awkward one across again. Norway, deflection off the edge of the area. Odegaard's got it. Scotland somehow, a fantastic one-on-one work for McGregor there, and Dykes is getting pushed and pulled. The referee again just says get on it. I mean, the referee's been really lenient in the start of this. Is a fucking really good opening, 18 minutes or so for Norway. I'd like to see a bit more for us, realistically, like a little bit more, but just a tad, it'd be nice. Oh fuck, as soon as I say that though, Odegaard's got it from range. Lets it play, so back in. Tries to get it in behind, but Porteous manages to hold his ground this time and eventually gets the deflection away. They'll try to claim handball, but Oh, for fuck's sake, they're actually going to check it. I guess, yeah, it's been called off because his arm was in a natural position, first of all, and it was way too close to him to give. Right call for the referee. Awkward, admittedly, awkward, but we got there. Ball out towards the back again. Here we go, Ryerson. Forces kind of like an uptick chance, if you will. Tries to get it in behind, doesn't quite do so. Ball across again here. Norway are definitely playing the better football, although eventually we do win a midfield ball, and this is what we have been trying to do for the entire 20 minutes, and immediately we win it and just go back. This is, if you're going to play that style of game, you have to break forward as soon as you win it. But instead, it's just a panic moment, and McGinn goes straight back towards Robertson. That's piss poor, lads. That's piss poor. You had like a clean, 5-on-5 break there. Eventually, it's punted forward, and I mean, Hickey's good, but he's not that good to take that one down. I can see glimmers of what Scotland are trying to do, but it's just not fucking... It's not going to work against the Norway side that has a lot of midfield space. You got to beat them at their own game here. Yeah, there we go. Just press them. Porteous does well to keep that one under control. McGregor's got a bit of time and plays a really good ball in behind here, and now something can maybe break. Here's McGinn. Out wide towards Robertson. Holds up the play and brings McGinn back in towards it. There's a good ball in behind here. Could be something for Scotland. There's a ball across. It takes a deflection off the inside of the... who's it, Ryerson? Or I can't honestly say, but it's a corner kick for us, and we finally have something. Right idea, Face. Right idea. I can accept that. And this is where we can do damage. Set piece plays. Although McTominay's stepping up for this. I mean, he's usually quite a fox in the box. I'm surprised he's the one stepping up, unless we're playing it short. Doesn't. Goes high, deflects about the place, and it comes off of a Norway foot, although okay, does superbly well to keep that in play. Another whacked ball in, it takes a deflection out. Good header clearance, and finally we're, playing some silky stuff. This is good. Okay, heads it in towards the box. Good first touch, but it's going to be cleared away. Norway clear the lines again for another corner kick. I like that. That's much better for us. Much better for us. You have to play them at their own game. Good press. We'll swing it in from again on the left-hand side. I have to stop something to see that. Yeah, we're doing alright, mate. We're doing very good indeed. Here comes that long ball from again. It's awkward, but gathered quite easily, to be fair, by Madison. At the very least, we see a bit of fight first, though. We see a tad bit more. Nailing. Right idea, right press. Kind of stifled off, though. Lost the guard up. Just kind of wait to see what options open up for him. But again, London's starting to press higher up the field like I was hoping to see, because he's actually forcing the hand, and the Suns just decided to absolutely fucking shine on Oslo for some reason. There's a ball forward. Lovely takedown for Tierney, though. Absolutely fucking kills it dead, and forward we come again. McGinn, still McGinn, ball across. It's an awkward touch. It should have been a shot there, though. To Christie, it was a great ball in, man. Another really quick, good counter-attack. That weight across was perfect on the inside of there, but it just didn't quite fall. Robertson, beautiful ball back across. I mean, you can see what Christie was trying to do, similar to what Tierney did to start that attack, kill the ball dead and just hit it first time, but just took too much of a touch and the keeper was able to get out to it. But again, I like this. There's a bit more for us now. What's just came up? I don't really care about any of that, to be honest, but there we go. Here come Norway again. Ball deflects, it's awkward, takes a few bounces, and here come Norway. That's not what we wanted to see. It's going to be gathered by Tierney. He'll just kind of do what he can to shimmy his man out, and they've claimed corner kick. The referees are making some questionable decisions. I mean, it was a great ball in behind. Solov had the right idea. Nah, wait, it did come off Tierney last, to be fair. I thought it kind of nicked half the inside of Solov's boot, but fair enough. Can't argue with that. Cannot argue with that. Just about 24 minutes gone in this game, so Odegaard swinger incoming. Oh, Porteous has just fell to the ground for some reason now. Oh, I had a one-on-one. Oh, Ostergaard just bundled him actually. Should be a fucking yellow card, or a shake of the hands at least, but I think it's because Ostergaard knows he should realistically get booked for a two-handed push, but we move. I don't like this. They've got good fucking aerial threats in the box, man. Here we go though. Odegaard swing up. Goes in. Oh, that was actually a really poor corner, and Angus just... I mean, he was looking to do a quick break like he was probably told in his instructions, but opts not to continue with it. Just holds it up and... There we go, eventually rolled out, Tierney. Just immediately looks to slice it forward. Dykes gets whacked down, and the referee again. Like, how is everything for Lema foul, but not the whole way around, lad? But that's again just a straight up nudge in the back. No intent to play the ball there, and they've been allowed that. Fair, fair, fair. There's no way again. We've definitely put ourselves back in this, mate. 100%. We just need to keep it going now. I don't want to see us just have moments in this game. I want to see us be the predominant force. And again, that's a good win up the park. We're starting to win the midfield battles just a wee bit more often now. McTominay's not as scared as committing because he knows Porteous is a wee bit more comfortable behind him now, which is good. There's another good ball forward. Dykes doesn't win that header either. He's not really won any. Here's Melling. Plays it across the back towards Strasbourg. Oh, but that's a foul. I see. Okay, right. Oh, this referee's a fucking pansy, man. Literally what happened to Dykes, except Dykes was a two-handed push in the back, but we move. That's insane. Here come Norway again. Ostergaard to Strasbourg. That's his option. It goes straight back towards his centre-back compatriot. And again, Scotland are actually starting to press just slightly higher up than we won the first 20, which is good. Keep it going, boys. Ball across, could get awkward here. Yep, Ostergaard's got it in the midfield space. He's just kind of stayed him in, and there's the long ball. Awkward header clearance, short stomach. There we go. Ball out, Odegaard. Oh, good interception again. McGinn has gotten in front of a lot of loose balls, and that's another really good move as well. Holds it up. The referee's gotten in the way for a second there, but eventually McGinn spindles it out. Robertson. I'm liking this. This is a lot better for us, man. We're not just sitting in and being unaccounted for now, we're actually starting to put shit together. The good ball forward could go anywhere, opts not to. Back towards Tierney. Good intent. Porteous, midfield. McTominay gets out wide. Loose touch for Hickey though, and it's had a couple of them in fairness now on. Quick throw back, and Ostergaard will get the attack going again. Strasbourg. Ostergaard again. And towards that space, there's the ball looking for Haaland, but again cut out very quickly by Hendry. He's basically just man marking him at this point. Makes sense if your most physical defender on the most physical attacker. Tierney, just a little bit awkward, but eventually gets it in towards the midfield space. McGinn loses out and doesn't try and chase it up, and immediately Norway look to get forward. There's Haaland. It's awkward again, deflected out, still inside of our box though. Don't like this, get it away. Out towards Melling. Chipped up to the back stick again, headed very powerfully to be fair by Sorloth, but wasn't really going to find anyone across the edge of the box. But Norway won their first midfield battle and they just straight up the other side of the pitch. And again, it's that ball in for Melling. McGregor does well to put enough pressure on him to kind of force the issue, and Sorloth just can't really redirect it with what he's got in the... This is a really good game for a 0-0, man. Both sides could have easily had one. Someone just subscribed, thank you very much. Do appreciate it. If you tell me who you are, I'll shout you out. Usually public subs only work, so there's a good ball forward. Good intensive press there from Norway, but Gunn's just going to punt it as far forward as he can manage. Ostergaard heads it back the same. Fucking ace touch for Porteous though, and there's a quick counter on, although that is a way too over that pass, man. He got too much adrenaline in his bones before he made that. Oh, for fuck's sake, I literally just... God has forsaken me. Someone literally just unsubbed after that, that's based. Fair enough. Ball out, here we go. Berg. Is that Strasbourg? I think it was Strasbourg. To Ryerson. Good ball. Goes straight back towards their defence. That's the thing. Scotland are just doing what they can to mark them out in the midfield battle, but I mean, the crosses that they've put in have been dangerous. It's where most of their good chances have actually came from. But the Norwegian fans are getting louder and louder, and I wouldn't say we've gotten quieter, but we're getting a bit more concerned, you know what I mean? There's a bit more pressure. Hey, someone's resubscribed. Please don't take it away again, I don't know what I'll do. Probably just laugh, but... Thank you, appreciate it. Hey, it's done it again, let's go! We love to see it. Oh shit, we don't love to see that though, that could get awkward. Good fucking block to be fair, and he manages to get it away. Porteous, it's punted forward again, and Dykes doesn't win that header, but it's eventually just about killed dead. Here comes Scotland though, and finally we've managed to push ourselves up into their half, but we've just decided to stop for some reason. He's really could have counter-attacked a hell of a lot quicker there. All the way out to the back towards Tierney again. What's his option? I ain't even going to address it until that goes to 640 or something. just in case. Hendry. Here we go. Much better. Just keeping it on the deck. We're not punting it forward as much now. Here's Porteous. Slinged across towards Hickey. Good. Ball into... Well, that was actually a very clean touch, to be honest. McTominay's just doing his basics to hold it up. I like that. There's the pass in behinds that we don't really like, though. McGregor's got it under control for the pass back to McGinn. We can go forward again. Well taken touch for Robertson, and this is where we can do damage. That left-hand side has provided a lot of shocks, and Dykes instead of just running onto the ball. My G. Oh, it was the right idea. Both sides are using the wings. Specifically the left wing. Melling for Norway. Robertson for us. That could have got awkward, man. That could have got real fucking awkward real quick. Stave it off though, thankfully. Someone just kind of walk it out from the back, but... I mean... Not sure what I would rate this over the first half an hour or so. We've made ourselves a couple of decent half chances, but nothing too convincing. I wouldn't even really say we've had like an out-and-out shot, if that makes sense. We've had moments though. I'm not complaining about the way that we've played. I ball the opening 20 minutes, but we're growing into this now, because I mean, it's kind of like Inter and City in that Champions League final, where the longer the game drags on, the more comfortable we'll feel about going out and being a bit more attacking. Because we are technically still the underdogs in this game, let's not forget that. No away game is usually easy at all anyway, but oh, that's a sliced one for Nelson, and we'll have a pretty good long throw attempt if we want to take it. God damn it. I've just seen it. Just getting a quick joint break there on our Christie. Here we go, Porteous. Don't throw this short, lad. Just throw it long and try and make something happen. Throws it short. Fair enough. Christie. Ball to the back. Awkward down. Chance deflects off. That is a really good fucking block, to be fair. I think Stransberg was the one that got himself. He's either Stransberg or Berg. One of the Bergs, anyway. Really good ball in for Christie, and it's kind of awkwardly headed back across, and fucking hell, that could have been good. Lovely strike from McGinn, but in fairness to it's Strasbourg that gets in front of it. And that's definitely been our best chance of the half. So both sides are starting to do something with that. That is our first proper go of it. Deflects into the box. We still do have it up there. Okay, McGregor does really well to get that under control and out wide. Ball in. McGregor again tries to leave it dead. There's a good block there, but both teams are pressing each other as high as they can. That should be a Scotland throw, maybe not. Hard to tell, honestly. Very hard to tell. Quick dispersal, and they'll go again. Here's Ostergaard. He'll look for Melling. Well, I thought he would have. That was the only man that's open, but he's up to go in towards Arneson. What we have done well tonight is keeping Haaland quiet. Hendry's done a really good job of marking him out the game, but... And that left-hand side, could have been a awkward pass, but thankfully for us, Solbakken doesn't do enough to get towards it, thankfully. Never knew Norway could even be this sunny, to be honest, man. It looks like your fucking standard Central Europe heat. Norway manager's literally standing there like this, trying to figure it out. Oh, Dykes. That's good. Just gets his body in front of it to make it awkward and gets us an alright set piece chance out of it. It's like throw in for about, what, I'd say about 40 yards. This one would make sense to play short. 100% it would make more sense to play it short. Let's see what it does. Porteous to Christie. Doesn't opt for a cross this time, opts to just play it back. There's a long ball for Tierney, it could get awkward. There's a good touchdown in fairness, and Robertson's been safed. And for fuck's sake, the referee tells him to get up, mate. You are a lenient cunt at the best of times, but that was a foul. Gets his legs hacked for underneath him. But that will be a foul. That's referees announce. I'll just say it as it is, referees announce. And McGinn literally goes, what the fuck then? McGinn's got booked because he's basically went, aye, mate, you're pish. Literally the exact same challenge that happened 5 fucking seconds ago, but the difference is Norway are at home. So McGinn gets booked for basically telling the referee to do your job correctly. And I'm clearly doing mine incorrectly because I keep losing that subscriber. What the fuck, man? It's either a Rangers fan that's trolling or a Norway fan that's trolling. Here we go. Ostergaard. See what he decides to do. If we can get that in behind that left-hand side just one more time this half, I'll be happy. Because realistically, I'd say we've actually grown into this game more. We've been the better team over the last 10 minutes, but I don't want to speak a, juju into existence. That's a good play out for the fucking beautiful for Robertson, and he's still got it forward. Here we go. 3-on-3. This is what we've been looking for. Still got it, and eventually just about... Oh, for fuck's sake, man, he gets pulled away and everything. McGinn just decides not to pass it and loses out in a stupid way. That's really piss poor, I'll be real. Unless I don't know if that was McGinn. It was McGinn or Christie, one of the two, but we could have done something with it. Damn. Go on. Oh, no, I won it back, but it should be gathered. Here's Odegaard. Fuck's sake. Ball out. Let's see what happens here. Could go anywhere. Not ideal. Berg's just going to hold it up. Play towards that inside space, although again Scotland are doing their best to just close down those wing spaces, and again wins it back. Robertson's done well to get it into space. McGinn's gone down, gets tackled, fouled like 400 times, and eventually the referee gives it. For fuck's sake, man, what do we need to do? That was brilliant footwork for McGinn, man. He had about 4 or 5 red shirts trying to get that ball off him. And McGinn looks genuinely raging now, and I don't blame him. Curious to see what we do in the final 5 minutes of this. We've got Angus Gunn coming up for it, so it's going to be a long punt, I'd imagine. Here is the punt for Angus, goes up. Awkward, bounces around a little bit, doesn't really find the right space, and Allen's been wiped. The referee's, of course, going to fucking bring it back. He's trying to claim it's a red card. No offence, Norway have played fucking god-awful. See, for the past 10-15 minutes, they've been getting that out-pressed that they're falling over at every opportunity. The fuck happened there? Alright, so Haaland grabs him, Hendry grabs him back, they both fall over. Hendry gets booked. God, this referee's annoying, so I'll just keep fucking saying it until he actually makes a right call, man. 2 yellow cards for 2 non-yellow card offences, I guess. I mean, if it's a yellow card for Hendry, why the fuck isn't it a yellow card for Haaland? Both of them doing the exact same thing. Here we go again, though. I have to be a little bit more cautious because a few of our fucking players are getting booked now. Ball in behind, it'll just be left away. Yep. I mean, there was no real reason for him to chase that down, lets it go, and Angus Gunn will be able to rejuvenate and go again. I mean, what we're looking at, maybe like 4 minutes, maybe 6 with added time. There's that punt they're looking for. Went away, could deflect back, but it's just going to be gathered. Hendry will head it back to Angus Gunn, and he'll just kind of take it under control and go again. Haaland will press just to be safe, but he's never really going to go towards him. Hendry punts it. Dykes does well to head it forward, but there's not really going to be anyone running onto that, and Ryerson just kind of kills it dead for Ryerson to take control. Ball out from the back, goes up. Nice idea. Could do something with it, Ostergaard. Yeah, I think we're going a bit more attacking to close out this half because the defenders are nowhere near as pinched back as they were in the opening 10. Hendry's headed it back, but that's not really... That could have got awkward for Angus, but he does eventually get there to cover it. That was a piss poor header back for Hendry. Didn't even try and find the goalkeeper, just got direction on it, I suppose. If Gunn wasn't off and running in the first second of that happening, Haaland was in for a 1v1 there. It's got the Norwegian crowd up and running. That's the punt. I mean, it is a good punt to be fair, but it's straight out of play on the other side. Norwegians are having a good time out though, you can't really fault it. Here we go again. Melling. Anderson. Ostergaard to Melling again and across to Stransberg. Let's see what happens here. There's about 2 minutes left to play, the normal time of the first half. I think Norway will be looking to try and make one last solid chance, but that's an awkward ball across the back, and Angus Gunn will be able to just go and gather it. Yep. the front three all just having words with each other about what to do. Angus picks it up and should just punt it realistically. Might as well send it forward and see what you can do. Does exactly that. Well, it's not going to find a shot in Scotland's cause, although Tierney just kind of pushes out to the left to get that pass for Robertson. Good idea, and we do actually get something from it. McGregor's been taken down, and this referee is a fucking fool. Pushed, pulled, shoved, dragged to the ground, no foul, and Norway are trying to get forward. That's a good tackle for us, in fairness, to try and win that back. But Norway have realised they can get away with a lot of physicality, and they're taking it to full advantage. It's not disrespect to them, they're seeing the referee's a twat and taking full advantage of it. If we've had 2 yellow cards, they should have at least had fucking 3. I mean, even Robertson's eyes are starting to kind of go further and further down his face because he's like, what the fuck? Bro. Headed up, a little awkward. Kind of deflected off of McTominay. Still bouncing around. Gathered eventually for us, and the referee's went to put his mouth to the whistle there. I think he was playing at advantage for us for once. I was about to say if that was going to be given against us, I would have screamed. Gun, punts it forward. Dykes wins the header, and that could have got awkward if it wasn't for a really clever piece of work from Ostergaard. Back towards Narsson, he'll just punt it as far forward as he can muster it, but it's a great takedown and ball forward, and I tell you what, it's found a shot in white. Lyndon Dykes, good first touch, and there could be one last chance and a half for us. Only a minute of added time. Ball across, there's a run on here, Scotland do get to it first. Holds it up quite well. Good first touch, ball across, takes a deflection, Dykes doesn't quite get a hold of it, and Norway clear their lines, but Scotland have definitely been the better 2 teams at the end of this half in terms of their pressing game. We've made a couple of chances, we haven't really had direct shots, I would say, but we've definitely made a good indent to the first 20 minutes of the game. No one's played amazing, but no one's really put a foot wrong either. Solov had that really good chance at the 15-minute mark of the game, and then obviously that McGinn chance that Strasbourg got in the way of, that was definitely without a doubt our biggest chance of the game. Maybe one last roll of the dice for us. McTominay goes out wide and they blow the whistle when we've... Mate, this referee is actually asking for a fucking pummeling after the... What do you mean you blow the whistle when there's a 5-on-6, you dick? Hickey was literally right in the outside of their box ready to cross it, and the guy's just like, aye, whistle blows. I mean, Hendry's literally asking him, he's like, mate, what the fuck? Like, they're surrounding him, basically going, mate, what are you doing? You've basically just given them everything without giving us an inch. That's baffling. But there, half time, gentlemen, half fucking time. It's I mean, what do the stats say? Apparently we've only had 1 shot. Well, we've definitely had more than fucking 1, I'll tell you that. But not bad table-wise. Like I said, a point wouldn't be a bad result for this place. We've kind of grown into the game as the half's kind of ticked on, I suppose. Just kind of pissed off by how fucking easy it's been for Norway at times to get the ball in behind and force crosses and stuff. But, aye. It seems that person that kept subscribing and unsubscribing's finally left. Thank God. If any of you actually want to subscribe for the sake of subscribing, you can do so, but yeah. I realised it's a lot harder on YouTube to do. I mean, it's weird, see when you actually look at analytics and stuff like that, like this channel's got over like 60, what, 2,000 odd views now? Which is banging, it's minted. It's weird. I mean, when September hits, it'll be a year since I've started, so we'll see where we're at then, but I've really stagnated at this 600 thing for a while. PS3 Gaming, my god, that is a throwback name. PlayStation for the win though. I'm very much on board with you. Like, if we start the second half the way that we ended the first, we genuinely could get an early goal and have something to play for. Because if we score first, I'm comfortable, because either way, Norway have to come at us, and they're going to be the ones that have to score. So, at the very least, we might get a point out of that. But I would love to get 3. Oh, it would be so nice. It'd be lovely for my soul if we could just muster that up. We just need to keep it steady and convincing. Don't give them any stupid leeway, and we should be good. But it is Scotland after all, so who the fuck knows? I'm going to grab a can of juice because it is warm as shit. I don't know why Scotland allows this type of heat, but it does. 2 seconds, gentlemen. Liquid Aqua. So what are your thoughts in the first half, boys? Throw them in. And I'll give you my honest opinions on it, but I mean, it's a mixed bag, honestly, a very mixed bag performance. So the first 20 minutes were fucking awful, I'll be real. But we got it in, yeah. We made a couple of good crosses. Robertson's definitely been our best player. I'm not even going to try and argue with it. The man's basically been the sole reason we've made chances. Just want to see a tad bit more for the midfield, you know what I mean? I love 3 points, but a draw is good, a good result for Scotland. I mean, that's the thing about it. We're just looking to put, you know, constant pressure off of us right now. Because, like I said, if we're picking up points, and as long as they're against teams that we should be doing, because, like I said, after this, we've got Georgia. We beat Georgia after this, and we draw this game. If this stays the same way that it is now, 10 points for the first 5 games is, you know, it's pretty fucking. I mean, for the first 5 games, I'm talking for the first 4 games, sorry. You know, that's a pretty good take, you know, 10 for 12 points. More than good enough. And like I said, with that win that we've already got over Spain, we deal with the away fixture against Norway. There are no hard games left. Because like I said, if we win against Georgia and then probably, I mean, we've got Cyprus to play. Fucking Cyprus. All we need to do is get basically a win or 2 in the entire second half of this list. We're not even halfway through, that's what I'm saying, and we're already making the right steps, but I don't want to obviously speak way too ahead of time and just assume that it's going to happen, because there's always a chance, like I said, that Norway come out in the second half and fucking fire in 6, but it's all been crosses, which is the one big thing that I wasn't expecting. I thought it would be a battle in the midfield, and I guess in some senses it has been, because a lot of the attacks have came from winning the ball back in midfield and then immediately going down the wings, but I thought they would try and use the whole like central dividends to their advantage, especially with Scotland's play, because Norway play that straight up, you know, 3 winger departs, goes up wing. So if you get the ball in behind, you can realistically go straight down the middle and fire a shot. And I think Dykes has had moments where he has, you know, shown signs of wanting to do that, but he always just sees the open man in the wing and just says, ah, fuck it, I'll go to him instead. Like we're just picking the easier pass more often than not. Obviously, Cyprus and Georgia play later on the night, and I mean, realistically, I would expect Georgia to win that game, but it could end in a draw. But if it ends in a draw, it's best case scenario for us. We're doing all the right things, though. We're doing all the right things for sure. As long as we keep our, you know, our chins up and push forward, and don't do anything fucking absolutely just bad, we should be okay. I mean, Haaland's not had too much to shout about this match. We've kept Sol off relatively quietly because bar the actual, you know, clean header chance that they had. But there's been a lot of floating about. I'll say that much. Norway are getting more and more desperate, you can tell, and I'd imagine as this game kind of ticks on, if we're into like the 70th minute, it's still 0-0. I'd imagine they'll bring on just young, energetic players to fall over anytime they're touched. Because that referee has given them everything, and I do mean everything. They have fell over, foul. They have been touched, foul. But we've been literally booted, pushed, pulled. Nothing's been given, not a single card to Norway yet. But there have been some pretty good things. I mean, I was watching the Scottish playing the Darts World Cup earlier on against the Philippines. That was quite, you know, Pog, we won 8-5. Very good. Big Gary Anderson. There's a lot to play for, man. Like, if I just want to see us be a bit more composed. You know what I mean? We've given the ball away through our own, you know, mistakes more often than not. So if we limit those, it could be a lot harder for Norway to kind of get those win chances in. But as long as we just, do what's necessary. And as you've just said, mate, it's a must-win for Norway, because if they don't win this, then realistically they're going to need to beat Spain, who they've already lost to, so they can't do a 2-1 sweep to overlap Spain. They can only kind of try and keep pace and hope that Scotland do them the solid. So it's a toss-up, man, because at the end of the day, it could Norway will come out, and I'd imagine they'll do what they did in the first half. They'll have 10-15 minutes of absolute pressure that they'll just throw everything at and, do as much as they can with. And then Scotland will just kind of sit in, soak it up, and then as we, slowly realise that they're not making chances that are, pure high on XG, they can feel a bit more confident about themselves and start to push out their shells just a wee bit more every now and then. And as long as we keep doing the right things, at the end of that half, what I can say is the wings have been very good. Robertson has been fantastically convincing. I just want to see a bit more on the right, because more often than not, Hickey's had like a loose touch, or he's just kind of made the wrong run, and you're like, right, well, fair enough, he's young, but a lot of what we're doing is very predictable, if that makes sense. And as long as we, switch it up enough, then it becomes unpredictable, and that's the way Scotland tend to work, is it will go up the same wings more often than not, but we'll, like, instead of hitting a near post cross, we'll kind of ping it towards the edge. Like I said, that McGregor chance, or the McGinn chance, sorry, the one that came after the deflected header for Robertson. That's just really good defence for Norway that kept them alive in that situation. So you just kind of, you go with it, I suppose. It's a very interesting one. I wouldn't say it's been good or bad or anything in between. It's just kind of been a standard, I'll take it result so far. Like, if it ends 0-0, I'll be like, yeah, fair enough. We want the better team for good amounts of it, but if we come out and play the same way that we did to like the last 10-15 minutes of the first half, it will be a much more interesting game, because Norway are only going to get better as time kind of trudges on throughout this match, because they'll get more and more desperate and therefore more and more attackive, and as long as it's still 0-0 by that point, Scotland just need to take advantage of one of those chances. Basically what we did with Spain. When they started to press forward, when we were 1-0 up against them, they panicked, committed too many men forward, and then we were able to catch them on a break. So it's just a, I can see what Klopp's doing. That, like, I've said that even during the first half, there have been moments that I've seen, look, we're doing the right things, but I just want to see us get a couple of more chances just in general. Even if they're, shots from outside the box, at least make the goalkeeper work, because Narson's not really had much to do in general. Estonia are 1-0 up against Azerbaijan. This one's the one that's dead. Well, actually, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Sorry, this freezes. Oh god, I thought I fucking spelled the stream title wrong there. I was about to screech. Yeah. You can go and watch any of these after the game, by the way. See, because there's obviously not been as many opportunities to stream, because obviously it's like the off-season. I've been making videos to try and make ends meet, essentially, in terms of like using shit. That one did well for some reason, and I made that in like an hour. That took me 3 days to make. 3 days it took to make that shit, and I still fucked up things inside it, which is always amazing. But yeah, I've been trying to make videos in between like streams and stuff to kind of, fill in things, but I'll be doing FM stuff live over the next few weeks as well, because obviously these national games are the last, I guess, competitive fixtures until obviously the start of next season. So yeah, you can also subscribe if you want to. There's also the community tab where a bunch of random shit you can, I'll include a bunch of stuff, like polls and stuff that I'll read out on stream and things like that. So again, there's things that you can partake in if you would like to, but obviously it's not a request. That's all the plugging I will do until like the start of the second half, realistically. But yeah, any help supported, boys. Any help. Likes, comments, all that good jazz. I don't like plugging it, but I mean, I have to make progress. We're trying to get to 1,000, so you know, that's all I really have to say about that. Wonder. None of that cringe shit anymore. None of that bad stuff. It's going to be a very good second half, though. You can already tell of it. I mean, if the first half's been 0-0 and everyone's kind of going, not bad. I mean, Norway will take it because they could have realistically conceded as well. They'll be like, right, they've grown into this game, so as long as we do the bare minimum, don't fucking concede. Because again, Scotland are one of the few teams that still haven't conceded yet, so it'd be nice to see us continue that. Because coming away from Norway, like I said, we would have dealt with 2 of the hardest games out of the 3 that we would have seen when the fixture lists came out, which is the home game against Spain, away against Norway, and then obviously away against Spain. I don't see us winning away against Spain when that happens, because realistically, they'll be absolutely butt hot for the first time, and they'll be like, fuck you, and like try and thrash us by like 20, but I mean, I don't see it ending like that, to be honest. It really depends on our form going into it, but at least as it stands right now, we pick up a point or 3 against Norway. If we pick up 3, second place is all but guaranteed, because we'd need to lose to Georgia both times, and I don't see that happening, as well as the games, like the Cyprus game, sorry. I mean, right now I would say like 4 more points. 4 more points guarantee us practically a good crack at being there. So I keep picking up the wrong one. Don't worry though, as soon as the second half starts, I'll switch back to the thingy screen so you can keep up to date with it, but got another 5 minutes or so before that happens. Oh yeah, and that new video as well, by the way, if you go into the description, there's a link to the Discord if you want to join it and say hello. That's right, that is the last plug, I promise. Well, I feel like scum when I do that. I hate it, but that's the way YouTube algorithm works, man. Let's just cut back to the fans. Half of them are fucking topless, and I don't blame them. Well, how warm is it in Norway? In fact, how warm is it in Norway? It's actually still quite warm, to be fair. It's like 12, 13. Well, we're getting out for the second half, so we'll get ready to go back to that. That's how it worked. I'll just keep spamming refresh on this every couple of seconds to make sure that I'm not missing, I'm not missing any millisecond of this coverage wise. I don't think there's been any changes made for either side yet. Both sides are content to just continue playing the way that they did. Good. Right, this is... Oh, that's one before. Right, McGregor's still on the pitch, that's good. He's probably been one of the better midfield options that we've had today. We keep the press going, we should be fine. I have faith. I have more than enough faith, man. But Scotland do in a second. Get the ball rolling, and the second half is officially underway. Ball forward immediately from Porteous, looking towards Dykes, who's more or less playing out on their left hand side now, so probably just an anchor player to aim it. That's a foul, should be the referee. Ah, there we go. Gives us a foul there. McGregor's just been swiped a little there by Odegaard. Basically straight back to what we were doing in the fucking first half. End to end counters, I'd imagine this is going to be. Oh, into McGregor, Tierney. Punts it forward, trying to find Robertson. It was the right pass, but I mean, Robertson even acknowledges it was the right pass, but he was mocked out of it quite well by Ryerson. I've already done more than what we did in the opening 20 minutes or so. Thank you to whoever subscribed. Please don't tell me it's that person again. Please. Punted forward. Oh shit, that's an awkward one, although fantastic work by Robertson to get in front of it, although Soloff uses his physicality to his advantage. And all of a sudden Scotland are opened up a tiny bit, although they managed to reset their shape just about in time. Out wide for Melling. Ball across, here we go, Strasbourg. And towards Ostergaard, goes into the midfield, 1-2 with them. There's another pass into the midfield, that's a good hold-up play touch for Haaland, and that could be awkward. There's a shot for Norway and it's straight towards Angus Gunn, but a little bit more in, well, a more direct approach, I should say, for them. Right idea, but I mean, Angus was never really going to be troubled by that. It was, again, really solid hold-up play for Haaland to kind of use his body to get that way. The same way Soloff used his body to kind of hold off Robertson. Using their bigs is basically a way to kind of build up enough time for one of the smaller ones to run in and have a crack. They won the ball back immediately for that chance as well. Ryerson back towards Strasbourg, he'll hook it forward, headed immediately back in towards the midfield space as gathered by Scotland, although it is very much awkward. McTominay has done fantastic to get it through them though. Here can be something. Hickey opts to just slow it down. Porteous. McGregor out wide. That was a risky pass and it worked, and McGinn's done brilliantly to turn away for his man. Here's John McGinn, he has a crack, and I tell you what, a little bit more towards either side and the goalkeeper would have had something to worry about, very similar to what happened with Angus Gunn. He was just perfectly positioned to fall on top of it, but there was a lot more venom in that strike than there was in I was about to say fucking Stecklenburg's. Oof, that could have got bad. Cleared away. Eventually Norway will gather and go again. Laid in towards that midfield space. Could get awkward here. That's a really crucial touch and it's deflected as well. They're just going to let it play on. And Scotland will be able to gather the ball and go again. Much better. Takes a deflected pass inbounds. Just a few little awkward bobbles now, but eventually it's gathered and we can go again. This is what I like to see. Takes a weird one. Sent forward, trying to find Dykes, and Dykes does win the header and actually manages to win it back. And here comes a chance for Scotland again. Dykes has been wiped out, but there's still a run on. Scotland are doing all they can to try and keep it in play. It should just be a corner kick, and it is. Christie's done well enough to hold it in. That's much better for this man. Dykes is still down, holding the back of his leg. Yeah, it was hacked it, but I don't think it was like an intentional foul. I think it was obviously going for the ball. It's... Oh, well, right, he trips over him and kind of stands on his leg. That's even less intentional than a fucking first fault. We're fine. Showing that McGinn strike, man. He got the power behind it, but not really so much the direction. It did spin up and kind of bounce off the goalkeeper's chest. Big chance for us though. Heading into the 50-minute mark, we can get something out of this. McGregor plays it short. Oh my god, the right idea. No, dude, that would have been so nice, but the pass inside the box was so loose. Norway steal it back and forward they come. That's a really good first touch, and Scotland just do their best to put pressure on. Haaland's up against McTominay. He goes down. I mean, the referee just kind of says, what the fuck? I wouldn't really say that's a foul. I'm not sure if that's been given for us or against us, but Haaland's like push, pull, no contact. Is that seriously a foul? I'm confused by that in a lot of aspects. Not complaining though. Definitely not complaining. There is a ball in, headed on and past the front post. Oh, I think it was offside by a fair distance. I mean, Scotland held the line as far up as they could have. It was Ostergaard with the header, but didn't really do anything much, but it was Ostergaard with the header. Yeah, but literally every single one of them was offside. That was like the perfect highline play for Scotland. Any one of them got that on target and it would have been called off. High risk, very high reward though. Gunn didn't have much to worry about, and we can kind of take a second, although Norway are getting a few more balls into the box than I would like. Let's just cut back to Norway in their own half, alright. Throw in for us. Come on, boys. It's been good for both teams. They're both showing their qualities here. Good bounce play. Dykes just kind of heads it down. No one's going to chase on it, and he'll be out wide for a goal kick. I really don't think Dykes was the call man. Maybe getting Nisbet on the pitch. Really think we should get Nisbet on the pitch. I mean, Dykes is holding up the ball well, but he's not really doing much else besides that. Just want to see a bit more control for Usman. That's a good touch for Sorloth. Good tackle for, really good tackle for Tierney. A double tackle for Tierney, but it's a fucking, oh my god, this referee, mate. This referee's a actual twat. I mean, Tierney is in actual disbelief, and I do not blame him. He's been carded for like going like this. This referee is in a power trip and a half. Tierney put in 2 fucking beautiful back-to-back tackles, but because it clips one of them in the shin, and because Tierney basically went to the referee like, bro, what the fuck? He's been booked. So 2 players have been booked for dissent, but I wouldn't even call it dissent. It's more or less question why that fucker's in a job. I could do a better fucking job than you, mate. And I'm biased. What the fuck are you doing, lad? Man, Norway are definitely getting the 11th man, 12th man advantage, I should say, sorry, with the crowd, because he's clearly influencing the referees. Deflects Av, it should be a throw in for Norway here. It is. Quick throw, honest regard. He'll be able to try and sweep and come forward now. Very hectic 10 minutes to this half, I would say. Ball's kind of dinked in behind. Sorloth holds it up. Again, Robertson and Tierney just kind of stifle him out. We've basically got our defence marking individual men. Right idea. Goes back inside. Whipped ball across. Right idea again. Played in behind. That's a really good fucking play for Norway. Don't you do this. Ryerson. Looking for 1-2 plays here in Norway, but Scotland just holding their shape. There's a ball in. Angus Gunn will retain it. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. That's what I like to see, mate. Just keeping it composed. And each minute we take off is pretty good for us, realistically, because it will just frustrate Norway more and more. And like I said, if we get into the... just got to the Scottish boys, literally 90% of them are topless. Vibes. Dykes doesn't win that head up. Referee was playing advantage for Norway. I was wondering why he was on it, was there. Ryerson tries to spread it long for Melling. Who does in turn find a really good pass for Arneson, and Arneson's just set off like a fucking man possessed. Still going. Gets it out towards Solbakken. Scotland eventually do close their men down, and eventually Norway just go back towards that kind of anchor space in the midfield, and they'll try again. Definitely a little bit more end to end as this one kind of drags out though. There's a ball in for Norway. Could get awkward here. Here's Haaland. Still going, and Norway eventually clear their lines. Could have gone somewhere, but doesn't quite land when it needs to. That's really good for Hendry, to be fair, just to constantly hassle Haaland, although... In fairness, if Haaland went down like he has done in previous times, there would have actually been a penalty case there, because there was a pull of the shot and a pull of the arm, but Haaland's seen his name in lights, I suppose, and kept going, thankfully. Checks over and we've moved on quite quickly. Scotland will gather and go again. Robertson punts it forward, chase in behind, could go anywhere. Could be more awkward here. Let's see what we're going to do for the set piece. I would just like to see us a bit more fucking active up front. Ball forward. Takes an awkward deflection. It should be gathered, and it is by Norway. Right idea, just not the execution that you would have wanted to see. Ball's deflected again. Porteous will gather. Better. Tierney hooks it forward. Although there's literally no one on the wings. Robertson was nowhere near that. And Dykes was way more central than intended. Strasbourg. See what he decides to do. He's a long ball specialist and does try to play it in towards the midfield space. McTominay cuts it out. Really good for McGinn. Really good for McGinn to keep that under control. And how, oh my god, there is space opening up for us if we can get to it. Out wide. Robertson. Goes through the legs. Robertson. Oh, it's a good effort, but even better defensively for Norway. That's fucking great play all round for both teams. Our left back just minced their right back, got in behind, played a beautiful ball across. It just didn't work out. Oh, that's so unlucky. Lovely piece of play for fucking Robertson to get that around his man. Just couldn't find the final touch. But Norway were on their heels for a second there. That's what we like. That's what we want. I think there's a water break going on here. There is. So I sorted it out the way, sorry. Didn't respond to that. Oh. I've looked back at the perfect time because we've got the ball inside their final third. Okay. Played back towards the back lane. I'm not really sure why we've done that there. We had more men forward than back, but we've just kind of reset our shape. Porteous to Hickey. McGregor to Hendry. He'll get that one under control and just go back to Gunn. One ball. Let's see what that one lands. Straight at the head of Ryerson, and Odegaard's got it under control. There's a good ball over the top, so all of a sudden to chase. Robertson will get out there to cover the space in case of a cross. Doesn't prevent the cross from happening. There's another bundle over, and the referee's pointed to the fucking spot. Are you kidding me? This cunt actually needs... Yeah, the referee's through this game for us. I'm not even fucking surprised. And Haaland has flopped. And I do mean flopped. And he's given it, and it's a straight yellow. I'm sorry, but that's just fucking stupid. A grown-ass man at 6'4" hitting the ground like that. Referee has thrown the game and then some there. What am I supposed to even say to that? Fucking Porteous, man. I actually feel bad. Ref's a wanker, yeah, exactly. Couldn't have put it better myself. He's just... well, Angus Gunn's going to need to save a shot against the literal best striker on earth. That's going to be fun. It's so piss poor, man. The referee has given everything their way. It's not a penalty, is it? Fuck, man, he's entitled to, like, he puts his arms around them, but it's like he lets go and then Haaland goes, oh shit, and then hits the deck. Gimp. Oh, Haaland steps up. Oh, Gunn gets the fucking hand to it, but he doesn't save it, and Haaland scores, and it's Honestly, undeserved. Absolutely fucking undeserved. Holy shit, the referee is handing them this game. Yep, in Haaland's first game back, he gets handed a penalty. It's almost as if it's written in the fucking stars, man. You know what's bad when he's considered the best striker on earth, doesn't it, man? Fucker literally falls over like a... I mean, as you put it better yourself, Flash. Sack of potatoes, man, hits the deck. Norway lead, fair enough, but fuck me, it's undeserved. I feel bad for Angus because he goes the right way, but he's just too small. And they're celebrating like their fucking lives have just been like, oh, bro, that pisses me off, man. Undeserved as shit. We better fucking equalise, because see if that's the reason we fucking lose this game. That referee's getting dragged into a car park and shanked. At least I'll be very fucking surprised if it isn't, because he's handed Norway every single conceivable thing for the better part of the last 40 minutes. And immediately they go for defensive changes. Doesn't fucking shock me in the slightest. Solbakken looks like he's coming off for Bears. Yep, Solbakken is coming off. Well, there you go, I suppose. Bruh. I can't fucking believe this, man. I love how whenever you play better than another team, their immediate reaction is to just act like little bitches, fall over, and they actually get something for it. I have no respect for Norway anymore. If that's how they win, fair enough, but what else can you say apart from the fact that the referee's a wanker? Scotland immediately set their high line, which we realistically should have been doing from the start. There's a ball, awkward, takes a couple of awkward bounces, should be gathered by Tierney, a bit too powerful in towards Robertson, but Robertson puts his body in the way and puts pressure on, but again, oh, the Norwegian manager even tipping the ball out of the way, man. These cunts need... Oh, bro. That's referee, I swear to God. Looks at it for a solid 2 seconds and then decides it's a foul the other way. See, this cunt, man. I genuinely am happy that I'm not at that stadium, because I'd be saying some pretty harsh things to him and making sure he hears it. Cooper's getting warmed up to come on, I think. Is it? Who are they going to take? I'd imagine Porteous, because he's on a yellow. But Norway will just play it for straight now. They've got their goal, so they'll kind of just sit back and then try and counter us, because like I said, we needed to score first, realistically, because now we're going to need to attack and we can go 2-3 behind if we get a little bit too out of shape. Is Tierney coming off? Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, again, it makes sense because he's booked, I suppose, but not the change I would have made, to be honest. We've got 25 minutes to try and salvage something from this at the very least, and it is doable, very much doable, but we have to kind of get moving now. Ball rolled across, there's Callum McGregor, does well to get it out wide. Robertson's a little bit pressed towards it. Flicks up, takes a few awkward bounces. McGregor again, brilliant first touch to keep it under control. But Norway are just doing what they can to stifle out, and there's a break on for them here. Please don't tell me we're just going to collapse like a fucking sack of cards, man. Please do not. Ball forward. Headed away and just about gathered by Gunn. We appreciate that. We do very much appreciate that. Can't really fault the goalkeeper, man. He's been really good this game, but I can't really say it. I mean, Lyndon Dykes has been basically non-existent since like the 50th minute, I'd say. So we'll make the right changes and we can maybe still get something out of this, but we need someone like Nisbet or a... I mean, we don't really have many options going forward that ain't fucking injured, that's the thing. I mean, did we even bring Shankland? I don't know. What's our shirt, George? Just not playing it the way that we usually can. I'm going to guess your English though, I'd imagine. Robertson's going to try and do a quick throw here. It's kind of, well, the referee's just prevented that. I love it. Ball in. Good. Oh, that's a ball. Come on, Robertson. Beautifully played across. Something can happen here if we do the right things. Hickey. Cuts it back. McGregor gets it in behind to the right spaces. Now we have to make some pressing here, please. Very nice to see a good ball in behind. That's good for Dykes. Gets it awkward on over. Oh, it's not really. There's another fucking foul that should be given, but the referee's just not. I'm not even going to get raging. I'm just that used to seeing this cunt give everything against us this match that it's just. Swear to God, man. Scottish fucking referees are more consistent than this prick. McGregor wins it back, gets it across towards Cooper, sorry. I was about to say Tierney and then I remembered it was off. I don't necessarily. Yeah, definitely English. Definitely English. Bro, we move though. There's still plenty of time though, George. There's still plenty of time. Ball across, that's good. Cooper. There we go. We need to stop punting along and just keep it on the deck, play across them and force an issue. That'd be nice, that'd be lovely. Here we go. Right idea. And towards the space. What we're doing with it, Christie holds it up. Gregor eventually goes back out wide. Hickey's got it on that right hand side, although the boy's starting to look a wee bit tired. I'll be fully real. Loses out there. But too easily. Hickey cuts across it, could get more awkward here for Norway if they don't close that space down, and we drag it back into the midfield space again for some reason. McGregor. Oh, you're Irish? Alright, well at least it's better than English, I'll take that. Oh, that's a foul for Norway again. That's referee, I swear to God. He's been paid a fucking good handful of coins, man. Some good old fashioned silver doubloons or something. The fuck you mean? What's Cooper meant to do there? He's already diving at him. Life. Please, we still have 22 minutes, man. We still have 22 minutes. Wait a minute, you're Irish and you're talking shit? Hold up. Do you not watch your last fixture against fucking Greece? Oh. Oh, why did you step in there? That could have been so nice if you'd won that back, but instead he's just opened the space up on the right. You're Sorloth, they had a great shot. Oh my God, if that went in, I'll tell you what. If that went in, I wouldn't have even been mad. That was a fucking screamer of a hit for Sorloth. On the left-hand side, kind of cut across towards him, then he runs across, hits it on his left foot, and tell you what, man, that looks way closer than it should have. It took a deflection off of Cooper, I think. I think that's the only reason that didn't go in. Holy shit. Yeah, well, like I mean, do you even support Ireland? Have you checked the channel out, George? Because it's all mostly Celtic stuff, if that's your jam. Oh, that's a awkward one again. Fuck me. We get let off there twice in a row. And was that Stransborg that got up to get a head onto it, but it wasn't enough. And again, there would have been a fucking foul in there, surely, because another Scotland player's just been absolutely wiped out. And the referees just kind of went, that's nice. Good for you. Fuck. Norway are trying to kill this game off because they know if they get the second and they might as well call it. Yeah, I mean, the only team for Britain that won was the, well, from our island kind of region anyway. Like, I know Ireland lost 2-1 to Greece. Northern Ireland, they lost as well, didn't they? I don't mind who they were playing, to be honest with you, and I know England beat Malta. But to be fair, with only 20 minutes to go, we still have something to play for, you know what I mean? Like I said, we weren't really coming here with the intention of trying to find a win. Just get something out of this, a point. Just a better, last 20 minutes, so there is at least something to be hyped for with Georgia. Because again, 9 points for 12 still ain't bad, but 10 for 12 sounds just that bit nicer, you know what I mean? Oh, that's awkward though. Hickey's just, yeah, he's getting way too tired and he's just lost the ball in a really stupid way there. Worth time, but... Oh yeah, Wales lost 4-2 to Armenia. I've seen that one as well, Jesus. That one really surprised me, but then again, I'm also Scottish and know what it's like to lose to that Armenia side. They're a surprising wee team. Oh, okay, that really should have been closed down a lot quicker. Cooper's just let that go, and the thing is, Tierney makes sense in that formation because he's quick and he's direct and can win those, but Cooper's a bit slower, so Solof's getting left with a lot more time to just 1v1 Robertson, and it's causing a hell of a lot of problems. Oh, there's a good ball in behind. If Haaland was just a tad quicker to that, but it's eventually gathered and gone again. Fuck me. Yeah, we're losing all our key players now, man. Robertson's down and injured. I think you're right, Flash. I think it's cramp. That's a bitch. Not that I'm, like, thingied about it or anything. I mean, get Taylor on. I mean, that makes sense. He is a left back for a reason, you know what I mean? It's not as if we're taking, a great player out and bringing on an absolute dire, but why is it Armstrong warming up? Why is it Armstrong warming up? What the fuck do you mean? There better be a defensive change, lad. You cannot break the formation that's late into the game. It'll just throw everything into fucking... Oh, right, I see what happened. He's dead-legged himself. Yeah, dead leg situation. That's 100% dead leg situation. Come on, you fuck. Please don't do this to me. Not like this. Not like this. Just give us one last chance. He's definitely been one of our better players today. Haaland's warming up to... Well, he's coming off, so a bit of penalty chance. Seriously shouldn't be the reason that they're ahead in this game. Oh, for fuck's sake, I keep picking up the wrong layer, so I'm just going to throw that on here as well. If there's anyone in chat that hasn't subscribed, can you round it up to 640 and make my night a little better, please? Very much appreciated, thank you. Right, come on, Gun. We've got time, boys. 15 minutes. Just get at least one, maybe two big chances. That's all I fucking request. But we need to show some bite now, man. We need to show something. We're doing well at getting it down the wings, but when it comes to getting it in and actually firing shots off, it's... I don't fall into international football, fair enough then. Wait, even more confused as to how you're here, but fair enough, George. I take it. You're more than welcome to sit around and watch me suffer for the next 10-15 minutes if you wish to. Could be awkward. There we go. Odegaard's been stretched out there, but Solof's done really well to hold that one up, to be fair. In fact, fantastically well to hold that up, and he'll be able to gather and go again. Ryerson tries to get in front of his man, but it's cut out quickly by Christie. Christie's quietly had an alright game. Not an insanely great one, admittedly, but... Good ball forward. Alan's done well to take that one down. Played in behind. Could get more awkward for us here. Nope. Instead, Hendry just stands his ground and gets it away. Robertson's on the move. Cuts it in for McTominay. Awkward first touch, but he should get it under control in time to play it forward. That's beautiful for McGinn to play it back into space, and all of a sudden that right hand side's opened up. Let the fucking red light district come on, press it in there. The snap doesn't quite do, so opts to go back towards the midfield space instead. Porteous spreads it. McGregor. Back up that right hand side. Pressing a little bit further in than we need to now, that's good. Playing forward quite quickly and behind. Hickey's kind of holding his run for McGregor. There's a good ball in as well. Much better. McGregor takes a deflection. Yeah, the Celtic family, there you go then. It's all the club you need to follow. It's just, that's all the joy you need. Just support Celtic. But I mean, I'm a Scottish, born and bred. I do have Irish ties though, so. Hey then, Joe, nice to see you, man. Nice to see you, Chief. Oh, here we go. Robertson's done well to get that over Ryerson, but Battle of the Suns down that side right now. Dinked over, Robertson will chase it. But again, oh fuck me, man. They're really good at holding up that ball, and Sorloth has just walked basically around half the goddamn team, played it back towards their defensive line, and they'll just kind of gather and go again. Strasbourg. McGregor tries to just get in front of Odegaard, but he'll just kind of hold it up. Dykes is there as well to cause just a tad of pressure. Oh, yeah, sorry to say, but it's not like we're doing any better, Joe, mate. We've had a mixed bag. We've had moments. McGregor's coming off as we speak. He's had again, you can't say he's had a great game or a bad game, just a middle of the road. But there are a number of changes. Gilmore's on for him. Brighton's boy. Well, it's like Armstrong and McLean are on the sidelines as well. Christie's come off for Armstrong. And I would imagine Hickey's off for McLean. Oh, it's Porteous that's off for McLean. Fair enough, I can't really argue with that, but it's not ideal. We'll have 10 minutes, a bit more. I mean, I'm really confused about what the system is here. I'm presuming Armstrong's going to drop back in behind Dykes, and Dykes is just going to stay up as an advance forward. Sorloth's off as well. He's had a fantastic game. I can't even hate on him. And they brought on Celtic's former player, El Younousi, so that's something. Thrown back to the Norwegian goalkeeper, and we'll go again. We do have a bit of time, but we need to just show a bit more, tad more fight. That's not even going to do it. Sure, there is a problem pronouncing that cunt's name wrong the entire match. Nyland, is that it? I was saying Nielsen. That's good work. There we go. Head back to towards Angus Gunn and we can go again. Oh. Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry to hear that, man, but... Yeah, what do you want me to do? Use my Scottish powers to locate him? Scottish echolocation. I think he's been bundled over there and that should be it. Yep, taking it quickly from the back, here we go. Robertson in towards space, we've lost it and it's a 3v3, although it's a loose pass, very loose pass. Odegaard gets pushed straight back into position by El Younousi. He's have to say, look, there's still time, 10 minutes. Plenty of opportunities for us to get something out of this. But we really need to start throwing it forward at some point. Some can't just playing bagpipes, you can... Oh, well, there he actually is. So there's positives to take for this performance, but it's just such a soft way to lose a game, you know what I mean? That's why I think a point would be fair. If we get a 1-1, it justifies it, because their penalty just shouldn't have been a penalty, let's be real. Okay. Romps out towards that side, Porteous. And towards the right space, what's he going to do with it? Cuts it across. Nice, awkward. Could still be something here though. Hendry's going to spread the floor. Just kind of swung in towards space, trying to find Robertson, although he's not going to be able to do so. There's that long ball sent forward. Haaland's going to chase it. He should be offside by like a mile, and fuck me. He's been absolutely... I was going to say the referee was... If he'd let that one go, I was going to literally just end stream there, because I'm like, yeah, he can't win against 12 men. It was a lovely switchy play fail, you know, so you can't take anything away from it. But, I mean, first of all, Haaland was offside, and he still decides, I'm going to run into this cunt at full speed. Just a big goal, man. There's another foul on us. Decided to let it go, and that's came off. That should be pulled back, and it is. Starting to show a bit more desperation. I mean, I was hoping there would be no way having to do that sort of football, but nope, it's us now. Robertson. Okay. Up in behind here, that could get awkward. McTominay's done well to hold it up. Oh, fuck me, it's just a loose pass as a whole. And then just a kind of wild half crack at it to try and force something. It's out wide for a throw in. Gilmore's doing his best to try and help them up, which is basically all you can do in this situation. Just force their hand, cause a little bit more problems. Please. There's a good switch from Armstrong. Robertson. Long ball towards the back, could be good here. Oh my fucking god, why would you hit? And it's a foul against us as well. This referee is actually being fucking handed thousands and thousands of krona. He has to fucking be. I think McTominay called him a prick there. I'm just bringing on a swift number of changes. I think they're using the last of them. Well, Berg's coming off for Strand Larsen. Sorry, but couldn't see the first part of his name though. Haaland's finally making his way off. Caused as much damage as he can do already, realistically. By the classic ways of Man City, cheating. We love to see it. But we move anyway. Like I said, it's not over until it's over, and I have faith until that fucking point. It's just so irritating. What more are you supposed to say and do in these situations? Like, again, I just kind of galled away. That's a little bit awkward. Cooper's just going to try and slice up. Oh, nice, I like it. We're doing, we just need a bit fucking more here, man. We're running into the spaces and no one's playing the pass. I would be much more alright with this if we were at least showing some fucking... This referee isn't letting anything go either, man. Every time they fall over, it's been given against us and everything, so it's just... Oh, that could have got so much better for us there. What do you think about Bray? You talking about like Bray head? Oh, okay, yeah, something. Gilmore tries, he's just he has to go back there, just holding his line, and I mean, we're starting to step further and further forward like we did at the end of the first half, but we do this time absolutely need a fucking goal to happen, you know what I mean? If we don't, it's not good. I mean, the only positive we can take for this is the fact that we haven't really lost through our own bad play. It's just more or less refereeing decisions going and doing whatever the fuck they want, basically. Come on, please just get that in behind, man. Not instead goes back. Should they just go back every fucking time, and it makes it so annoying. Right, gun, come on. Gilmore lays off a quick 1-2 with him and pinged out wide. Loose touch for Hickey, but eventually gets it under control and we can try and go again. Nice idea, could try and force something with it. It's an awkward ball across, but Scotland do retain it and we can move forward with it here. Nice. Could still do. Oh, it's awkward. Dykes! 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 Yes! Get it! Oh, fucking Christ, man! We have earned that! We have fucking earned that! Scotland get the equaliser, man! Oh! Ha ha ha! Bold, man! Bold, man! Let's go! Oh my fucking god, they actually collapsed defensively for the first time basically the whole match. They get cossed up and they don't know who should chase it, and Dykes just runs in. Gets a boot to it, man, just gets his right foot under the goalkeeper, and Nelson comes out way too early. And it just rolls under him. Oh! Nice. Oh, what do you think about Brendan Rodgers? I have a mixed bag feelings about them. Thank you to whoever just subscribed back up to 640 now. I appreciate that. I'll talk about Brendan Rodgers after the game if you're still here, George, mate, but I have to really focus on this one now because holy fuck. This is a huge point. Exactly what I was talking about. We come away from here. This is the second hardest fixture on that list, with the exception of Spain away. And if we take a point for here, oh my fucking god, it sets us up so nicely. Lyndon Dykes at the perfect moment has decided to wake up, but we cannot fucking throw this away, man. We cannot fucking throw this away. We have to move. Who is it that just subscribed? Samson, thank you very much. Oh my god! Oh, please! Across the box, Dykes! Oh! Yes! 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 No fucking way! No fucking way! Oh my fucking god, there is no actual shot. We've just done that. There is no shot! We've just done it again! Kenny McLean! Oh! Sit on it! Sit on it! Oh! Oh my god! What a fucking pass back for McGinn. Layoff beautiful for Dykes. And fucking McLean again! With the perfect layoff and worst case scenario, we leave with that point. Oh! Yes! Oh, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that, but holy shit! Oh, Clark's reaction. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do not throw this away, because if we take 9 points for 9, and that includes Spain and Norway, we can almost basically guarantee second fucking place when we beat Georgia next week. Or not even next week, a few days from now. If we do it. Whew. Yes! Get it right up them. To all Norwegian people out there. Sorry, but we've earned that every way sense of the word. I don't even fucking care, man. Now we just have to get through added time, which, because of this referee, it'll probably about fucking 25 minutes. But we are the masters at late fucking goals, man. But 2 of them. I was hoping for an equaliser, but to win the... No fucking shot we've just done that, man. Big Jonathan McGinn. He's off. Yam's on just for the sake of physicality and fitness. Norway have to go all out basically to seal this. I need to breathe. Oh man, this is incredible. And now we can just start being the wee pussies that will fall over every 2 seconds. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Haaland must be raging. My heart. My actual heart. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever celebrated a goal harder than that in like the past year. Just for how unexpected it was. Holy Christ, man. Look at the end. 3 shots on target, 2 goals. Shithouse merchants to the maximum. Oh, that's exactly it, man. That's exactly it, Renegade. If they come forward, we just hook it forward and cause as many problems as possible. There's about 4.5 minutes left. But if we steal this, I'll be absolutely fucking stunned. Punted away, it's going to be a free kick for Norway for some reason. I don't even see why. But we're making our way. Every minute that we take off is a minute closer to safety. Holy shit. Holy shit. There is no way, man. Now's not the time to freeze. But damn it, my stream froze at the worst time. There we go. It's a set piece for like about 25-30 yards out. Odegaard doing everything he can to try and move that ball forward every 2 inches, man. There's the end swinging. No, we won't keep it in and it's out of play. 3 minutes left, gentlemen. 3 minutes left. Man, we have just... For how I was feeling 10 minutes ago to now, this is bipolar. I'm convinced this is what bipolar is like, man. Just pure depression to pure absolute ecstasy and that. Diggs gets up to try and win the header and Ryerson gallows it back and it's straight back to Allison. They're just going to start punting this forward every opportunity they get now and hopefully we can see this out. Anyone that's new here, please subscribe and like, or at the very least like the stream because it keeps me in the algorithm and I'd appreciate it. But this was far beyond my expectations and my prediction's right, by the way. 2-1, I did say it. I wasn't expecting it to be true, but I said it was going to be a 2-1 swing for one of these teams. Thankfully for us on the day, it happens to be for this beautiful nation of ours. I do actually have a lot of love for Norway. I love like Scandinavian countries in general, but they did not deserve to win this game off a really crappy penalty call. It's not 3 yet, mate. It's not 3 yet, but we're fighting out. There's not too much left. We're in 94th minute. But 2 absolute fucking late surges for Dykes and McLean have kept us alive in this, but Norway do have it inside their 30-yard line. Odegaard's doing everything he can to just try and rally his boys forward here, and it's played inside. El Yunusi's going to start on his run. Less than a minute and a half to play here. Awkward, but it's out wide. Ryerson hits it across, well dealt with. And Scotland will just calmly collect their lines and get it away. Straight back for the Norwegians to try and go again. And they cannot score 2 goals for this point, so I'm happy. Worst case scenario, they get a last minute equaliser, and that's it. But we still take the point, and we needed that point no matter what, so... Oh. I am a pleased man. I am a happy boy. A minute left to go. Here's Odegaard, takes a deflected effort and is beautifully dealt with and punted away. Oh, every second that ticks away now is going to be pure nerve-wracking. Ball up. Norway get a header onto it, it's cleared away, deflected up. And Scotland can just try and run down the clock. We're up into the right areas now. Back towards our goalkeeper. 30 seconds in this game left, boys. Oh, shit. Played forward. Deflected and away again. Scotland managed to hold their lines. And that's right, just calm it down, don't do anything that we don't fucking need to. Dykes just nods on the header. We're about 10 seconds away. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just absolutely fucking stole, and I do mean stole a win, but what a way to fucking do it. Let's go. It's shite being Scottish. Tell me that right fucking now. This nation, get it up them, man. I'm so fucking pleased. I am so fucking pleased. I am so happy. My apologies, I know I'm swearing a lot, but I tend to do that whenever I get pure, like, happy. Oh, yes, very, very pleased. Very pleased. What were the full-time stats? Because we couldn't have had... Oh yeah, we literally had 3 shots on target, 2 goals. We are fucking goated. Erling Haaland penalty means nothing. We've just beaten the best striker on the goddamn planet after he cheated. Do you not know how fucking... 9 from 9 in the one of the easier games is up next at home against Georgia. And if we win that game, ladies and gentlemen, because I can just fucking show you. Absolute If we beat Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, we only need 1 more win for the rest of the games. I mean that seriously, because 15 points isn't enough to qualify. So, we are good at this. Football heritage. No one can call us shit, man. That is like a game of FIFA when you're 1-0 down. You know what I mean? You just put the sliders up for yourself to make sure you can get a late surge, man. Well fucking said, Maggie, well said. Right up them. I'm so pleased. I can't fucking believe we've just done that. That is like shithousery to the maximum hill, but do you know what? We actually did play well enough to merit it. I mean, I know the shots don't really suggest the game. Anyone that just looks at the stat sheet will be like, oh god, Scotland were scrappy, but no, we were good. Norway were good as well, but we just happened to be that wee bit better. That finish from McLean though, honest to god, he's just written himself into fucking folklore with that goal, man, honest to god, because it's just, I mean, Lyndon Dykes, that first goal's a very typical Scotland goal, you know what I mean, just a rough, ragged tap-in, but that second goal was clean. Beautiful ping across into the box, laid off beautifully by McGinn. Comes to Dykes, Dykes just lays it off on a plate for McLean to literally run onto. The Norwegian defence couldn't fucking set themselves even if they were, like, time travels. It would have been impossible to read that, and McLean just... bottom corner, man, right past Nelson, and oh... I'm a happy boy again. Life is good, because we've just managed to do something absolutely insane. I can't fault anything that Norway's done, and they'll probably be raging in very much similar to what Spain's storyline is now. They'll want to beat us the next time they play us, because realistically, they would have felt hard done. But their goal was a penalty that just shouldn't have been given. Yeah, you put it fucking, you couldn't have said it better in any way, Flash, you know what I mean? Goal deserving to win any game, and we've done that a few times now. McTominay got a late winner against Spain. We got that late second goal against Cyprus as well. So, I mean, if we continue that pattern, chances are I'll have a heart attack by next week. So, we'll keep that going, I suppose. But I'm more than happy with it, to be honest with you. Because, again, Norway, they're a good team with a lot of good players. I mean, their back line was fantastic today, but they just fell away in the final 5 minutes. Like, as soon as they took off Berg from their midfield, they basically just... yeah, a perfect way to put it, man. Steve Clark is playing good football and may it continue. Bring on the next team. The father of Scotland is blooming. Very much so, man. Because if we, like I said, we beat Georgia, then we, 1-1 basically guarantees us it. Because realistically, Spain and Norway won't want to draw with each other, because if they do, we are guaranteed first at this point. You know what I mean? So everything has worked out in perfect way for us, because we've got 2 of the 3 hardest fixtures out of the way by match day 3, and we've got 9 points. We've got the clean sweep. You know what I mean? after this, obviously, we've got Georgia at home, and then obviously we've got the hardest game is obviously probably September, October, the away game against Spain. But after that, the rest of the run-ins are all easier than the game we just had. Because even if it is against Norway, that game's at home with the backing of Hampden, so it's a much different type of layout. You know what I mean? I'm not used to, as a Scotland fan, sitting here and seeing us actually play good football. I'm used to seeing us squeeze through qualifiers, and we squeaked out a result there, admittedly, but there was not an argument in my mind about who the better team was. If you watched the game, Norway were good, but they just didn't want to commit. Essentially, they just. I'm actually speechless. That's the way to put it. I mean, I'm used to being able to just spew shit for 3 hours and then call it a day, but I don't even know how to react to that. I mean, Kenny McLean of all fucking people, you would think like a McGinn or a McGinn or a Christie or a Gilmore would come in with a late winner, but McLean, I literally said when he came onto the park, not the change I would make. I can take my words and shove them right back down my fucking throat because man's goated now. Certified legendary man of the game. And our home form's usually solid due to being a fortress. 3 points is 3 fucking points, doesn't matter as long as you grind it out. Exactly that, mate. You couldn't put it better myself. And honestly, I mean, yeah, at Georgia, they have good players. Like, obviously, that be Georgios Kvaratskhelia fella. But if you're comparing him to Haaland, I know who I would prefer to go 1v1 against. So Scotland will be looking at the rest of these fixtures and going, it can't get any harder than what we've just done. So let's just actually try and play good football and get through this. And obviously, it's a wee bit of a doubt, obviously, if Tierney might be fit or whatever. Obviously, I don't know the extent of injuries and stuff like that. But as long as we do the basics and get even, I'm not even saying a point against Georgia, I would like to see us get the win. You know what I mean? We haven't beaten away since the days of Smith McQuaist and Tommy Bonds as a staff team. Well, it puts it into perspective for you. And again, I got to sit here and, I mean, for 75 minutes, I was depressed. But, oh, hell yeah, German. I'll try and speak this, but I have no idea. Unglaublich sehr gut, was für ein Spiel, super gut aus Germany and Hill. Oh, that's cool. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Chris, I've seen you come in once or twice. My German isn't great, admittedly, mate, sorry, so if I butchered any of that, just blame it on my heritage. I speak, Scottish and a tiny bit of Gaelic. Tiny bit. Oh, well, I can close this window down so that I can save on things and stuff like that. But, yeah, I mean, can't fucking complain of that at all, gentlemen. Can't complain of that at all. We got some extra subscribers. We're back at 640 now, so that's very nice and kind of you. Thank you very much. I don't really have much to worry about. I should actually respond to that message because I kind of forgot to reply to it. I hate how fucking slow I type sometimes. My apologies to anyone that's just sitting here. You can throw down any questions and stuff like that, or, I mean, hold on. Oh yeah, I should do this. End of stream plug thing, image gate, bubble. Sorry, I just had to go and like the thingy tweet. But if you're interested in watching any stuff that's like unrelated and things like that, there's all these videos that I do that you can check out. I've been making a couple of them over the last few weeks, so you're more entitled to go and watch them. I mean, the Ange video is done better than even I expected. I thought that would have probably been the worst out of the 3, but yeah, I mean, nearly 100 views on that one, so thank you very much if any of you have watched that are in the stream right now. But also the community tab, you can come along and you know, partake in stuff. Or I put up polls and stuff and things like recommendations, and obviously I'll be putting out an announcement there over the next week for the FM streams for those that are here and curious. That's a thing as well. But I think that's all the main things that I need to kind of cover and do. But any last minute questions or whatever, throw them in chat and I'll be more than happy to sit for a bit and answer them. I do have a bit of time. Oh yeah, no, actually I have way more time than I thought. I only had like 20 minutes or 40. So I can sit for, no, but how long have we been streaming for? How long have we been live? How you doing, guys, mate? Nice to see you, man. You must be fucking buzzing. I was wondering why I didn't see you in stream, but mate, what a performance for us, eh? What a turnaround, man. Clark has us playing some silky stuff when he wants us. It's only for like 10 minutes out of the 90 a match, but I tell you what, it ain't half entertaining. There's obviously Flash as well. If Flash is in chat, I don't. Are you going to be streaming later on the night, Flash? Or like any point in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes? Because I can plug your stream before I end mine, but you missed the game. Oh, you missed the. Wait, did you miss the entire like result? Because if you did, then fuck me, mate. You missed a belter. That was a full-time scoreline. We scored 2. And I mean, very late goals to basically steal for Norway and put ourselves in prime position. We're 6 points clear. Obviously, Spain have that game in hand and Georgia have 2, but even if they win their, if they win their game in hand, they're behind by 3. Georgia win their 2 games in hand, they're still behind by 2. And one of their games in hand's against us, which I don't see them honestly winning. Well done again, young man. Very good show. Onwards and upwards. Thank you, James, mate. I appreciate it. Till next time. You too, brother, man. You enjoy your night, Nick. Enjoy your night. That was a belter of a game, guys. Absolutely belter of a game. Because of the times where he missed a blind for. We popped off. It wasn't a convincing first half, admittedly. Norway were the better team in the first half, although we did have like 10 minutes towards the end where we were like better. But yeah, everything else besides that was more or less kind of for us. I mean, yeah, like genuinely, I don't know how to describe it, but if you literally scroll back about half an hour in the stream, you'll see my reaction to it. I'm quite pleased. I'm quite happy. You know what I mean? Very convincing performance. You know what I mean? Like we did exactly what we needed to do and performed well above expectation. You know what I mean? Fell down like a sack of potatoes. Quite literally. You know what I mean? It takes them to dive to get a chance. And in fairness, it was a great penalty for Haaland. You can never take away a penalty that's perfectly bottom corner, but was it deserved? No. And I would have taken, honestly, from the result, I would have taken a draw. Like 100%, I would have taken a draw against Norway and I would have been content with it. But for us to turn that around and get the whole 3 points, that is a double down, because Norway would have felt at the very least we lose 2 points and it's harsh, but it's whatever. And then we score twice in 2 minutes and everything changes. I mean, that away end went to basically straight silent to the loudest part of the stadium, and that was the equaliser. When the second one went in, my headphones, like I nearly had to take them off. Although it was also because I was about to start running around my room celebrating, but I realised I'm a grown-ass man and that would look stupid. But we fucking did exactly what we needed to do, man. I think I should have started blinder. Honestly, the Spain and Cyprus games they were good, but that was a different type of, restoration of faith. You know what I mean? Like Dykes, his goal wasn't great, but mate, guys, if you have the chance, watch the fucking goal for McLean, because it is an insanely well-worked team goal. And for it to happen that late in the match, we're honestly, class again. Like, we didn't have many shots, but we didn't do too bad when we made them. I mean, even the 2 shots that were off target, that one of them was the McGinn chance that the defender got in the way of, and if that got under the defender, that would have been a goal as well. And obviously the kind of half chances for the edge of the areas, but we did exactly what was needed there, and I'm more than fucking pleased with it. The ref was a shambles, that I do agree with. He had some calls right, but I'd say a solid 60% of them you could kind of just go, well, if that's been given for him, why is it not being given for him? You'll get the highlights. Viaplay will put the highlights out in the next few hours, I'd imagine, mate. They have a YouTube channel that uploads all of the like highlights, not just for Scotland's games, obviously, but for any, European fixture, essentially. I mean, like I said, there were a couple of weird ones. You had obviously Wales losing to Armenia and Ireland losing to Greece, but you can kind of expect Ireland to lose to Greece. Greece are on our right side, but Armenia beating Wales was a surprise. But us beating Norway is arguably a bigger surprise, especially under the circumstances of how we did. So again, I can sit here and comfortably say I'm happy. You know what I mean? I can go off the night and I can sit and I can chill, go and get my dinner, and I'll be able to enjoy my life. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing for me to complain about because, like I said, a point I would have taken just that. But for us to grab, all three is just Scotland will get to the next World Cup. Well, I honestly think so, mate. That's the way that I'm looking at it is the fact that we're in Group A of the Nations League for the next campaign out, but we're also out dominating a group that we were predicted to finish third in the second it was drawn, because people would have looked at it and went, oh, Spain and Norway, Haaland and Odegaard on one team, and then you've got your pick of the litter in Spain, like Gavi, Pedri, whoever the fuck you want to basically pick. Scotland, Scott McTominay, John McGinn, Robertson, they're like their picks, and it's the team unit. Clark has got us playing good team football, because I mean you could see it with Norway today, most of their good play was individual, like Sola. He was fantastic at getting out the wings and moving it around and all that stuff, but I mean, when your play is always going to come for one or two players, it's easy to kind of predict what they were going to do, and that's what Scotland did fucking amazing at managing, was how many chances Norway had. Because they had a lot of chances, admittedly, yes, but most of their chances were for like outside of the box or kind of half deflected cross attempts that just kind of flick off their head and go way wide. So again, I've got no quarrels with it, but I'll sit here and finish my joint. But if we do ourselves with a second consecutive Euros and how long? I mean, this is the thing that makes me happy, is the fact that most of our youngsters are the ones that are doing the job, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, McLean was fantastic today, and I'm not saying he's young or anything, but we've got a good depth, you know what I mean? We don't just have one or two options and that's our whack. It's actually, split up and done differently, and there's things that work and things that, different systems. I mean, when Armstrong came on, again, my eyebrow was raised because I'm like, right, well, why is he being pushed out to the right? But then I realised it's because Dykes has gone way forward and Robertson moved up to be a winger. We were playing with three at the back at one point, and I'm like, why are we doing that when we've just scored a goal and we're trying to minimise the damage? But then, obviously, I think Clark must have seen that one go in and go, we can actually take this, and he's just starting to overtake England. Well, I wouldn't say that just yet. Until we're in a, like a European final or something like that, then maybe I wouldn't say that. But we do have a golden generation that's coming through, and all of the players that are experienced are in that prime age, you know what I mean? Like Robertson and McGregor and all that, they're in like their late 20s, early 30s, which is kind of the age range you want to have. And as Flash said, like Robertson might not be in the one after it, but we do have players, like I said, and obviously you can take your pick. You know what I mean? Josh Doidge, Greg Taylor, obviously Tierney, Hickey can play in the left as well. You've got four options immediately that can replace Robertson and will not be too much of an issue. And it's the same on the right hand side, because obviously we've got Hickey, but we've also got O'Donnell, and like we've seen today, McLean. Although McLean came on as more an overlapping forward and Hickey dropped back, which made sense because Hickey was tired and wasn't really trying to get forward as much as he maybe should have. So you look at it over the course of the 90 minutes, yeah, we deserved it. I think we absolutely deserved to win the game, but isn't just me, the thing is daft that players retire from international football in their 30s. It's because they don't get paid for it. That's mainly why. Like, why risk injuring yourself in the later stages of your career when you could be making a couple extra million through wages or sponsorships or whatever? It's just, I never understand it, because the whole point in playing football is to represent your country. Like, that's the big idea. Like, you want to play well in your domestic level to get to your top level in your country. You want to play well at the top level of your country because that impresses your national team. And you want to impress your national team because they're the ones that ultimately decide if you go to a World Cup or not. But it's not the same for the Champions League or whatever else that's like club based. National football you can't just be like, here's 300 grand a week to come and play for us, you know what I mean? No, you're either fee here or you ain't. And because obviously players have to choose after they're like 35, 36, or even, like you said, in their early 30s, they'll prioritise how much money can I make before I have to hang up my boots. And again, national football, you only really ever get bonuses if you either win a game or win a tournament. Like if you're a team that's like a San Marino, for instance, like why the fuck would you stay in football for until your 40s? Because I mean, you're just basically getting hammered week in, week out. I'm not saying Scotland do, but there was a point in time where, yeah, for the better part of 20 years, we were the fucking laughing stock at Britain. So it's just nice to see us come out and show a wee bit more. Oh no, England can definitely get exposed, mate. I'm not saying England are, you know, the greatest team of all time. They're not, right? There's about fucking 10 nations I'd put ahead of them in terms of teams that are better. But what I will say is that they do have a lot of depth. Again, like if you take their midfield, for instance, you can take 5, 6, 7 options and be like, there's still other ones we could choose for. But with Scotland, you basically got your 3 and then your subs, and that's it. Like, there's no actual major depth. Like, we have depth now, but we don't have depth. We don't have like a Germany, Brazil, Argentina depth kind of. We have like 6, 7 options in every position we want to pick for. But at the top of the Nations League. England's world ranking's currently 5th. Well, my opinion, Croatia should be ahead of them. Just saying. Number 36. It seems about right. I would say we went up 4 rankings, well there you go. But those wins against Spain and Norway will be a big thing for us because, like I said, we want to put ourselves in the best position where we can just kind of get automatically, you know, better draws, because the higher ranked you are coefficiently, obviously, if we're 36 right now, it means we're what, a 2, 3 seed? Like draws and stuff like that for European competition. So, I mean, if we're 36 right now, we would be, for Euros, well, yeah, it depends on where we finish. If we're first in the group, we'd go in the top seed. If we're second, we'd go in the second seed. But either way, we have easier teams that we can play in the Euros. So I'd imagine teams like your Ukraines and your like Serbias and stuff like that, like teams that can get to the Euros, but you're not really going to pick them to go further than a knockout round. Keep going the way we're going. Yeah, well, they change match to match, mate. That's the thing about it. Like, if a good team goes on a bad losing streak, their coefficient will go down. Just look at Belgium. But Scotland, obviously, we've been on a bit of a winning streak, so we've kind of went for like 52nd we were at the start of last year, just slowly making our way back up to where we can realistically be. You know what I mean? It's kind of mad, but I'm going to get ready to wrap this one up. Whether it's freelance or it is. Check Discord. Give me 2 seconds. Discord's taking its time, fucking load. You know, we've officially leaped Norway now. We're better than Nigeria and Turkey, apparently. We're better than Russia. Get it up. We've moved above them. That's Pog. That's Pog. I'm very pleased with that, but I'm gonna get ready to end this. All we need to do is basically keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully, you know, in the game against Georgia anyway, I'm hoping that we can do a wee bit more, but that's all we need to cover. So there's one last look at the score lines for those that are still here. A few of you that are, but I'm going to pour myself a nice lemonade for that. Aye, too fucking right, mate. You've earned it. We've done pretty good. No complaints at all. Oh, what a day. What a day. I mean, I'll speak to you in Discord and that afterwards if you want flash, but I need to go and eat myself, actually. I need to get myself some actual juice. Cans are the good, but not good enough. you know, time to outro the VOD and all that good shit, so. Right. Thank you for watching, thank you for coming along. If you're watching this after the VOD's ended, you're more than welcome to join us live next time. We'll be live on the 20th for the game against Georgia. That one will kick off at 7:45. I'll be live at around 7:30 or so. You're more than welcome to join us, but if not, then, you know, subscribe anyway, because it's fun and all that jazz. There's videos you can check out in the description and stuff as well if you want to, but if not, that's fine. Hopefully you enjoy yourself and enjoy a pretty good weekend, because we'll be back, as I said, to take on Georgia and hopefully put ourselves in a good position to qualify. Scotland, goated, me out.